You know, I used to wonder what it would be like to be really bad at understanding the Bible and be a really bad rapper at the exact same time. Well, I no longer wonder. Okay, stop right there. What is up with the shitty music? And number two, why are you so mad? Why are you so angry? You look so dissatisfied. Your character's arms crossed. Are you watching two lesbians with strap-ons give each other anal? Is that why you're so upset?
Don't propagate your hate, because I have a higher standard on who you date.
Look at that, my fellow reptiles. Within the first few seconds, she's already telling you that she's better than you because she has higher standards for dating. Christian Arrogance 101 complete. Achievement unlocked.
I'm not here to rally against what the government legislates.
Of course you're not, my little angel. You're not here to talk about what the government legislates. Rather, you're here to talk about love and mercy and compassion and why gay people are a poison to society. I didn't see that one coming.
I simply don't support a mind that is reprobate. Homosexuality is not innate. It is not a genetic trait.
So now I must quote Richard Dawkins. Science is interesting. If you don't agree, you can fuck off.
When people talk about homosexuality, they often ask, is it a choice?
I heard it is.
Hello, what's your name?
Christian.
Well, Christian, let's see what the latest science has to say.
Oh, that.
To help us, here are two gay people, George and Martha. Before we can answer, is it a choice, we must first determine what it means to be gay. How do you know you're a homosexual?
The same way you know that you're straight?
Since the 19th century, many theories about homosexuality have been offered that are untestable and contradictory.
Male homosexuality is the result of an absent father and an overbearing mother.
See ya.
Stand up straight, dear.
And the female homosexual has never recovered from her anger over not having the penis. She wishes to avenge her perceived castration by taking another female as her sexual object.
You're kidding me, right?
Well, I've always been told that homosexuality is unnatural.
Is it? In fact, homosexual relations are common in nature, including zebras, baboons, dolphins, sheep, buffalo, ducks, foxes, elephants, horses, gorillas, moose, house cats, pigs, mice, rabbits, swans, and lions, to name a few.
Well, okay, but we're not animals. Human beings have free will.
You don't just decide who to love.
Settle down there, Martha. Christian does have a point, but let's take a look at the most recent scientific evidence. As they study sexual orientation, scientists are currently looking at three main areas: genes, hormones, and birth order. Of course, most of these studies focus only on male sexuality. Sorry, Martha.
What a shock.
Let's first look at studies of identical twins.
Hi.
When one identical twin is a gay man, the other twin is gay up to 70% of the time, far higher than would occur if genes played no role. In fact, these studies show that genes play a greater role in determining sexual orientation than they do in whether or not you're right or left-handed. And we don't punish the left-handed. Well, not anymore.
Let's get it!
Scientists have recently noticed a striking statistical phenomenon. Studies show that having older brothers increases the odds of a boy being homosexual.
out of existence from someone else's rib. And even if God did create a man and woman, and why does this even matter? Why is love only exclusively to a man and a woman and not a man to a man? I mean, just look in the animal kingdom. We see animals have sex all of the time. I don't see why this even matters. Secondly, who are you to tell anyone that you can't love someone else of the opposite gender, physically or sexually, is beyond me. How would you know that? Are you secretly a lesbian? It's always interesting to see people like yourself make videos talking about things to us people, straight and gays and transsexuals and all those types of people. You talk about them as if we don't know something about ourselves. And it's kind of like me making a poem or talking about putting a car transmission in a Chevy car, yet I know nothing about car transmissions, yet here I am talking about it, thinking that I know something that you don't. It's pure ignorance on your part.
Now, I can't dictate one's life and who they call soulmate.
Holy fuck, you said something that I actually agree with. You can't dictate someone's life. So again, why are you here spewing your hate? Shut the fuck up. I mean, you essentially just told yourself to shut the fuck up because you just made a statement about, I don't want to dictate people's lives, yet that's exactly what you're doing. You are nothing more than a little cunt nugget.
I simply don't want them to bake in a lake of fire.
Seriously? Bake in the lake of fire? We're in the 21st century, madam. Does the sun somehow still magically revolve around the earth?
For the name of love's sake. Homosexuality can only imitate. It will always be a counterfeit, a fake.
How the fuck do you know if a woman loves a woman if that's fake and counterfeit? How the fuck do you know if a man loves a man if that's fake and counterfeit? How do you know this young 16-year-old prepubescent female? How do you know these things? Because I don't understand how you possess the knowledge of telling someone who they do love and who they can't love. I don't understand. Oh, that's right. You're following a 2,000-year-old book for your life choices and your entire lifestyle. If that's the way you're going, then by all means, I understand where you're coming from. You're a fucking idiot!
It's like a poison that intoxicates the mind, saying you can't choose your own fate. The excuse to state that sexual orientation originates at birth is a tactic to eliminate the debate that every person has the power to regulate the choices that they make. Despite your opinion, it's always a choice with whom you fornicate.
How many times have I said this on my channel in my videos? Being gay is not a choice. And why do you have to use biblical words like fornication? I mean, come on, just say gay sex. Is it really that hard to say that?
The media tries to educate that this behavior is something we must tolerate, using propaganda like movies and TV shows to indoctrinate.
Oh, you want to use that power word, indoctrinate. This is such a fucking ironic statement coming from a 16-year-old girl who's under the rule of not only a obsessed crazy pastor who's currently facing legal charges because of his cyberstalking and gossip and rumors and slander of other people who don't agree with his viewpoints. That's really ironic coming from you, his daughter.
That this lifestyle should be considered normal, yet they fail to communicate the detrimental consequences to those that participate in male-to-male contact, calculate for the highest rate of new HIV and AIDS cases documented to date.
Oh my goodness. We're still using the same argument. Jesus Christ. I don't understand why people think, religious folks like this, think that HIV and AIDS is specifically something that happens to only gay people. I mean, come on. Do you even know what AIDS/HIV is? Do you happen to cite any sources to back up your claim? No, because there are none. Did you happen to know that the lesbian population actually has the lowest rate of HIV? Well, no one ever said that facts are a Christian strong suit, did they?
The FDA won't hesitate to deny gay men who fornicate the privilege to donate to the blood bank because it violates the qualifications of a safe candidate. This is not to discriminate.
Everything that you are advocating right here is discriminatory. That's like me saying, I am not racist, but I think black people are a fucking vile poison disease to society. But I'm not racist. Come on, use your goddamn brain.
But to demonstrate that same-sex relations devastate the health of many, and to advocate for this lifestyle is considered love, and to go against it is labeled hate.
Yes, I do advocate for that type of lifestyle because there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with a woman falling in love with another woman and wanting to get married. There's nothing wrong with a man falling in love with another man and wanting to share that love and expression and that care with one another. There is nothing wrong with that. The only hate that is being advocated here is the hate that you simply have for gay people, but most of all your book known as the Bible, which is nothing more than, I've actually come to the conclusion that the Bible is a compilation of hate speech. Or at least that's what I'm beginning to think, is because people like to use that book as a means to justify all of their vile behavior and attitudes and discrimination towards people and not granting them equal rights for equal opportunity to make love and care for one another. And I have a fucking problem with that. The moment you deny someone's rights simply because of a book that you believe in is the moment that I look at you and say, you're a fucking moron.
It's like they don't see what's at stake until it's too late. In the end, there are two gates, one that is golden and one that separates. So what's it gonna be?
Oh look, you're trying to use a false dichotomy. It's either heaven or hell. No, there's a third option. They don't exist. And even if they did exist, I wouldn't want to go to heaven. Because if I would go to heaven, I would have to realize that, hey, my gay friends are burning for eternal torture in hell simply because of who they are, because God created them, and all because of Adam and Eve fucked up and sinned, and therefore the rest of the human race is doomed to go to hell. No, thank you.
Your mate or your fate?
I would choose my mate. That would be a female, but as the Bible proclaims, you know, having sex before marriage is sin and abomination. However, I would choose my mate over a decision of heaven and hell simply because my mate, my future wife or girlfriend, whoever she is, she's real. I can put my hands on her breast. I can suck on her nipples. I can give her oral sex. And that's real. I can't do that in this fictional realm of heaven. I choose to live in reality. I choose to physically have a relationship with my mate rather than be concerned about some imaginary heaven and hell in which you're using as a fear tactic to make people reconsider their lifestyle when there's nothing wrong with their lifestyle. And I realize I do have some gay subscribers on my channel, and if you're watching this video, there's nothing wrong with you. You're awesome for who you are. Be who you are. And don't let cunt nuggets like this woman destroy or affect your relationships. It's this woman like this who will never get a job in the future, because if she does, it will probably be at Westboro Baptist Church or some religious organization which tolerates discrimination. But you know how hard it's going to be for this girl to get a job now that her video is going viral right now? Knowing that she spews hate speech? I don't know. This is my response to rated T for tolerance, and really it's rated I for ignorance. My name is Mr. Repzion, also known as Daniel Sulzbach. Thank you for watching. Peace out.